Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Now it's all work and there's no pay when you follow a man to the wall lands. You'll never get fat on a penny a day, can't say no one warned ya. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? For the love of a man you leave your friends, forsake your home and country, go like a gypsy to far off lands, life that's hell and misery. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? You throw your lot to go astray, treated worse than cattle, at least you're close in comfort to men in the hell of battle. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Your cook, your nurse, your mother and all things that men ain't willing. A heart-sick foot-sore soldier with the gun didn't even take the king's shilling. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? You're forced to do what the soldiers do, all things but the fighting. You eat their food, you live their way, even to the dying. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Now it's all work and there's no pay when you follow a man to the wall lands. You'll never get fat on a penny a day, can't say no one warned ya. Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? Who would a follower be to go with a man to the wall lands? In an unguarded moment you caught me with my fences down. Told me there was room for someone in my life. You were the best deal around. Next thing I knew I was all moved in. Didn't have to do a thing. But when you lose sight of what you want, that's when the trouble begins. We laughed a lot in those early days. It was all kissing and smiling. We were all we ever needed. No storms on our horizon. And you gave me everything I'd ever wanted without asking. You had given all I had to give, and it was my turn for some taking. I didn't mind you reading my mail even before I'd sent it. Loving together can be such a thrill, as long as it's not a life sentence. I lost touch with all my old friends. You didn't want them hanging around. You were grooming me for better things. They were just dragging me down. Now everything in this whole wide world has got a price, so I've been told. I was pained by being your prisoner. Just the bars are made out of gold. In an unguarded moment you caught me sneaking out of your back door. I came right on walking, so then I should have done before. When loving turns to fighting, well, you gotta do the best that you can. I left you and all my things, made like a traveling man. But there was something in the sad old sinner's heart, made me want to stay. So why in the hell was I laughing as I walked away? What's mine was yours, what's yours you kept. I heard you took a knife to my clothes. I got used to that easy life, just the way the dice rolls. I've had my share of hard times, some more won't make no pain. Next time round I'm gonna pay my own way, buy my own ticket on the gravy train. I think about you now and then when I'm cold, lonely and alone. Tasted crumbs from that bed of time, and now I'm living like a dog on the run. And I never could be easy living a life I've never earned. We were oil and water, ice and fire, one more lesson we had to learn. I'm not saying I ain't beholden to you for all the good things you've done. We live, we love, we crushed before that just left when it stopped being fun. I'm not saying I ain't beholden to you for all the good things you've done. We live, we love, we crushed before that just left when it stopped being fun. As I walked out one summer's day to view the fields so green, bushes they were in full bloom, so lovely to be seen. When rose bushes was adorned, so brightly they did shine, I met my lovely Nancy along the banks of Tyne. Her hair was like the links of gold, this charming beauty bright. Eyes did glow like diamonds or the shining stars of night. I says, me pretty fair maid, if you will be mine, we live our lives in harmony along the banks of Tyne. Oh, come, come, my jolly sailor bold, how can you make so free? I see by your appearance that you've lately come from sea. Come sit you down along with me, if you do incline for a lover's sailor's company along the banks of Tyne. Once I loved a sailor bold who's ever crossed the main. He was proper tall and handsome, why, I think you are the same. Oh yes, me lovely Nancy girl, it's hand in hand we'll join. We'll live our lives together along the banks of Tyne. When in the midst of dangers all around on every side, cannonballs did fly like hail all on the ocean wide. I was thinking of me Nancy girl that I left behind. We'll join our lives in harmony along the banks of Tyne. So come, come, my lovely Nancy girl, to church let us away. We will quickly married be, without the least delay. And afterwards my own true love will crown the day with wine. We'll live our lives together along the banks of Tyne. On the 15th day of August, 1801, we sailed with Lord and Nelson to the port of Boulogne, for to cut out the shipping, which proved all in vain. To our misfortune, they were all moved with chain. And our boats being well manned by 11 at night, to cut out out there shipping, not expecting to fight. But the grape from the batteries so smartly did play that 900 seamen killed and wounded there lay. And we hoisted our colours, so boldly they spread, the royal flag a-flying at the royal masthead. For the honour of old England we'll always maintain, while true British seamen plough the watery main. Full exposed to the fire of the enemy we lay, once 90 bright pieces of cannon did play. There many upper seamen did lie in his blood, while the grape from their batteries so smartly did flood. And a noble commander with a heart full of grief tried every endeavour to afford us relief, but no ship could assist us, as well he did know. In this wounded condition we were tossed to and fro. Oh, you that do save us, the Lord will ye bless, for relieving poor seamen in their hour of distress. May the Lord put an end to all such cruel wars, send peace and contentment to all British shores. We broke some hearts, we broke some rules, felt like kings, looked like fools. But there ain't one you can say you've never done the same. I was young and lazy, wild and crazy, no one but me to please. Never thought I'd ever live to ever be so old. Drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. Tell me again about the time that you sailed the seven seas, fought under Old Glory, brought the enemy to its knees. We all know you never left this place, you never went to sea, and you never sailed. It's always good to hear your old sea dog tales. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. When I was broke down, when I was busted, swore that you were to be trusted. Instead you stole my girl, you almost broke my soul. Swore for sure someday I'd kill ya. It's been over 40 years. You're my only last living best friend to see me through these years. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. each of us telling those 8 sweetened lies. Every year our ranks get smaller, memories fade and tales get taller. The hurt and the pain disappear like the years. I remember bars, places, fights, girls whose voices lit up the night. In these half-forgotten stories, I feel young again. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those 8 sweetened lies. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those 8 sweetened lies. Don't want to lose you, don't think you should go. across the sea and fighting a young man's war. You've never left this town, you've never had to leave me before. Is life so bad it makes you walk out that door with nothing to say, not a glance my way? Remember summers by the river, with my love and sunny days. You said you'd live forever. It always rains when you go. It's more than just my skin that feels cold. And when you're in some foreign field, do you ever think of me and those sunny days? Don't want to lose you, don't think you should go. Go across the sea and fighting a young man's war. You lied about your age, you lied about your family and me. Is this the only way you'll ever be set free? But when you go, you know there's nothing left for me. You said you'd always be my lover, with me by your side you'd never need another. My love is all you've known, so why in the hell do you go? And when the rain comes down and you laugh and you joke and you smoke and eye up those foreign girls, don't want to lose you, don't think you should go. Go across the sea and fighting a young man's war. It's worse when you come home like some thief in the night. I hardly recognize you. You steal my heart, then you're gone by that morning light. You'll only talk of it when you're drinking. It wakes you in the night cold and screaming. I comfort you like a child. I've made a warrior out of my man once so mild. I know you're sure you have to go. Always keep your head down and think of me. Don't want to lose you, don't think you should go. Go across the sea and fighting a young man's war. The uniform would look good on anyone else but you. You leave me proud but crying. Can't you see my face? No other man will ever take your place. I wife, a mistress, friend and mother. I never want to be your widow. Each day is filled with dread, thinking you'll be numbered with the dead. Sometimes I curse you when you're gone, because with me is where you belong. Don't want to lose you, but you'll go anyway. And as you lie asleep in my arms, you haven't heard a word that I've had to say. We'll take you to the station and try not to cry, and wave what could be our last goodbye. In a downtown bar in New England, some joker's getting drunk on his own. He's got a ringing in his ears, goddamn too many beers. He's come too far to stop now. Calls the bartender over. Hey Jack, give me more of the same. It's drinks and it's drunks and it's hard luck stories, the same old barroom scene. In 100 countries where the cast of strangers build a nightmare right out of his dream. 2 bits will see the dollar in your pocket. He'll show you his scars for a drink. There's been laughter, there's been fears, bravado and tears. Scars inside always take him to the brink. This barman's no series, he's a sucker, sucked into his web of deceit. It's cheers, skull, sante, obligas untied, Yama slangy, prost and your health. Nazdravya, here's mud in your lies, he's just wishing his sorrows all the best. You're the one who's paying for his stories, throwing a drowning man a drink. Maybe you're the clown in this one whole town where the newt's pissed up and pissed off. The barman knows his logic, his theories, these whiskey glass prophets and stares. Might be true that blood's thicker than vodka, they don't have no homes to go to. His patience being tried by the tear-stained dramas, just wants to hear a story that's true. In a downtown bar in New Orleans, some joker's getting drunk on his own. Hasn't felt his lips in ears for goddamn too many years. He'll come to a stop not too far from now. Calls a bartender over. Oiga, Juan, me llamas de lo mismo y ahora. He can see his mirror instead, talking to no one, not for the first time alone on the shelf. In 100 barrooms with a cast of empties, nothing for it, he'll just have to serve himself. An empty bar stool, half-empty drink. They all knew it'd be a slide, they knew it'd be a ride, just didn't know how low they could sink. Jack's seen it all before, throws his tea towel in. That's it, I'm leaving these drunkards to drown. No mortal thing he did could stop them being pie-eyed. Blasted band Jack's foot to the floor. When they're looking too closely at the sidewalk, never gonna be there when they call for more. In a downtown bar in New Zealand, same joker's getting drunk on his own, just waiting for some fool to occupy that stool, so we can tell his lies all over again. Now then, father, dearest father, I fear you've done me harm. You have married me a boy, and I fear he is too young. Oh, daughter dear, come and stay at home with me, and a lady you shall be while he's growing. It's T to stand for Thomas, I do know, and J-O-N stands for John, and it's W to stand for Sweet William Boy. But me Johnny, he's a handsomest man. As I was passing by the high castle wall, I seen a pretty gentleman a-playing at the ball. Says he, where's your true lover, the finest of them all? Your bonny lad is young, but he's growing. I'll buy me Lover hat, the finest in the town. I'll make her look so proud, I will march her up and down. Besides, I'll buy you ribbons to tie up in your hair, just to let the ladies know that you've married. It's T to stand for Thomas, I do know, and J-O-N stands for John, and it's W to stand for Sweet William Boy. But me Johnny, he's a handsomest man. If I was to climb a lofty old oak tree, or rob a young bird of its nest, and if ever I come down without e'er a fall, I'm married to the lad I love the best. Now so early in the morning, at the dawning of the day, they went to the fields to find some sport and play. What they did there, well, she never did declare, but she never more complained about his growing. It's T to stand for Thomas, I do know, and J-O-N stands for John, and it's W to stand for Sweet William Boy. But me Johnny, he's a handsomest man. At the age of 16 he was a married man. At the age of 17 a father to a son. At the age of 18 he was dead and in the ground. That soon put an end to his growing. The grass do look green and the trees are all in bloom. The time is long since past that you and I have seen. For once I had a true love, but now I've neither one. So fare thee well, me own true love forever. It was down in the meadow where violets are blue. Heard pretty Polly a cursing aloud, and the song that she sang made all the grove to ring. Oh, Billy's gone from me to Sir George the King, and I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. And I stepped up to her and made this reply. Said, my dear girl, now what makes you to cry? Oh, now Billy's gone from me, I love so dear, and the Americans will kill him, so great is my fear. And I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. And I said, my dear Polly, could you fancy me? You'd make me as happy as any man could be. Oh no, kind sir, I never could love you. To my Billy alone I'll be constant and true, and I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. And now for me parents no longer can stay to seek for my William, I'll hasten away to see if my Billy will have me for his wife. So free for his sake I will venture my life, and I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. And now to some tailor must he stand away, rig myself out in some young man's array, and like a bold lad, so carefree and trim, to seek for my Billy, I'll go serve the King. And I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. It was down in the meadow where violets are blue. Heard pretty Polly a cursing aloud, and the song that she sang made all the grove to ring. Oh, Billy's gone from me to Sir George the King, and I wish that the wars were all over, crying oh that the wars were all over. I'm leaving now, I don't want to go. This is the place that we've both called home. It's so hard to go and too hard to stay. There's a man in the that he's crying alone. He's lost the best love that his heart has known. All his dreams shattered as he walked out that door. He knows he let her down sometimes. Sometimes he left her crying. It's better to go now than live this life as a lie. There's a woman who loved me once, but now I turned my back and let that love go cold. Not even in the worst times did you think it would end this way. You and I both know this is the way it must be. You and I both are scared of flying free. Now I've got what I wanted, I've left you behind. Can't help feeling that a part of me died. You were my safe harbor, now I've no place to run. He knows he let her down sometimes. Sometimes he left her crying. It's better to go now than live this life as a lie. All the hard words were spoken, those bridges burned. There's one last painful lesson that's still to be learned. You can't make someone love you once they've turned you away. I know I let you down sometimes. Sometimes I left you crying. It's better to go now than live this life as a lie. I'm leaving now, I don't want to go. This is a place that we're both called home. It's so hard to go and too hard to stay. You and I both know this is the way it must be. You and I both are scared of flying free. I know I let you down sometimes. Sometimes I left you crying. It's better to go now than live this life as a lie. You and I both know this is the way it must be. You and I both are scared of flying free. We broke some hearts, we broke some rules, felt like kings, looked like fools. But there ain't one you can say you've never done the same. I was young and lazy, wild and crazy, no one but me to please. Never thought I'd ever live to ever be so old. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. Tell me again about the time that you sailed the seven seas, fought under Old Glory, brought the enemy to its knees. We all know you never left this place, you never went to sea, and you never sailed. It's always good to hear your old sea dog tales. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. When I was broke down, when I was busted, swore that you were to be trusted. Instead you stole my girl, you almost broke my soul. Swore for sure someday I'd kill ya. It's been over 40 years. You're my only last living best friend to see me through these years. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. Drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. Every year our ranks get smaller, memories fade and tales get taller. The hurt and the pain disappear like the years. I remember bars, places, fights, girls whose voices lit up the night. In these half-forgotten stories, I feel young again. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age-sweetened lies. We broke some hearts, we broke some rules, felt like kings, looked like fools. But there ain't one you can say you've never done the same. I was young and lazy, wild and crazy, no one but me to please. Never thought I'd ever live to ever be so old. those age sweetened lies. Tell me again about the time that you sailed the seven seas, fought under Old Glory, brought the enemy to its knees. We all know you never left this place, you never went to sea, and you never sailed. It's always good to hear your old sea dog tales. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age sweetened lies. When I was broke down, when I was busted, swore that you were to be trusted. Instead you stole my girl, you almost broke my soul. Swore for sure someday I'd kill ya. It's been over 40 years. You're my only last living best friend to see me through these years. And now I'm down here drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age sweetened lies. Drinking with them good old boys, each of us telling those age sweetened lies. Every year our ranks get smaller, memories fade and tales get taller, and the hurt and the pain disappear like the years. I remember bars, places, fights, girls whose voices lit up the night. In these half-forgotten stories, I feel young again. And now I'm down here drinking with